Hello everybody, I hope that you are having a good day. I will today talk about an important topic for all software and hardware companies. That's transforming into a company that has secure by design products. And the background for that is of course cybersecurity regulations. I will give you an overview of European cybersecurity regulations. You had a great presentation yesterday in the big hall about the digital empires. So I'm going to explain the European harmonization legislation very quickly and also explain why today's software and hardware products that have any kind of data interfaces become illegal to sell in EU just in a few years. And then I'm going to also tell what kind of journey companies are facing in order to transform to a company that can continue doing business in EU. So a little bit about the background. So as explained, most of today's software and hardware products will become with data interfaces will become illegal to sell in EU because they no longer meet the essential requirements in European harmonization legislation. That's safety legislation. And these products will become illegal to sell in EU over a period from 1.5 months to approximately 3 years and so, depending on when Cyber Resilience Act comes into effect. One prime example is Porsche. They have discontinued the sales of 2 car types in EU because they no longer conform with the requirements of United Nations Regulation 155 for cybersecurity of road vehicles. This will, similar kind of news will be very reoccurring in the news over the next years. So what companies need to do to sell products legally is to create secure by design products and also implement to their quality management system or information security management systems secure development lifecycle processes. I'm going to explain a bit why. So this change will happen over the next 3 years, and everybody of you knows already the first change, that's the NIS2 directive. Here you can see in Article 21 that all operational systems and systems that are used for provisioning of services need to be developed securely, purchased. You need to consider security in purchasing, development, maintenance, and decommissioning of any operational system. So all companies will be facing much stricter purchasing requirements for products and software that come from these companies that are essential services, containing all companies that offer, for example, these essential and important entities include any company that provides SaaS services or cloud services in EU and all companies that produce electrical products. But then it becomes much more complicated. In addition to enforcing to entities mandatory purchasing requirements related to operational systems, EU is also regulating the placing of the market, the making available on the market, that is the selling of products with digital elements. And this has started already. Medical devices and in vitro diagnostic devices are regulated. Now during this year, the product safety regulation is being renewed, so no product can cause safety impact, harm people and health due to a cybersecurity incident or a malfunction in AI. That's a horizontal requirement. The manufacturer is responsible and market authorities need to take actions to recall that product or fix it. On the side, the product liability directive is being updated. The main point here is that a product is defective if it does not conform with effective cybersecurity regulation requirements in European product safety laws that are intended to protect against the damage that has occurred. And manufacturers of software and hardware also become liable for medically proven psychological harm that has been caused. This is big. EU is using this to go after the big streaming social media gaming platforms and the addictiveness that they are causing. Then, in addition to automotive, there's a big industry that is also fully becoming regulated this year. That's shipbuilding. So all computer-based systems to ships that are contractors for construction starting July this year. All the computer-based systems need to be securely developed, and a lot of secure development lifecycle documentation needs to be provided. So this is a big thing in Finland due to big marine industry and a lot of small companies. In US, there is almost nothing like this. So the only product category that is regulated in US from a cybersecurity perspective is, of course, high security products like for national security and medical devices. Otherwise, there's nothing, not really, they are not even included in the United Nations regulations for cars. There's of course coming the federal acquisition regulation where suppliers of software and hardware to these federal agencies need to confirm that they have vulnerability management and they test their software, but nothing on the level what EU is requiring. Now, the big thing that happens is that all of today's wireless IoT devices, except for medical IVD, civil aviation, and national security and defense products that are today on the market will become illegal to sell on August 1st, 25 due to Radio Equipment Directive delegated acts. There are requirements for protecting of the network, privacy and protection from fraud, and all companies who have even the most secure edge devices on the market with wireless connections need to at least make a new design round, but for the most part, a lot of redesign will be needed. The harmonized standards that enable self-declaration of conformity are published in August, so there's about a little bit more than half a year or 9 months to redesign devices and get them into the supply chain before the sales is ending. Then you have heard about the Cyber Resilience Act. Here in about summer 26, all companies that ever sold any product with a digital element, anything that has a data interface and connects to a network or a product, they get a legal obligation to provide vulnerability and incident reports for all the legacy devices also that they have supplied to EU. And then starting after 3 years, this has become entered into force. All products that are sold, software products, hardware products that connect to any device and network that have a data and include a data interface, they need to be totally designed according to the requirements of Cyber Resilience Act. And this makes today's software and hardware products, also the wired hardware products, finally illegal to sell in EU. And none of the products today meet this. There's a lot of new requirements, and at least paperwork is needed if you would have the most secure product that has ever been made. Machinery will be impacted a little bit before that. And then there's of course the high-risk artificial intelligence. It starts applying on high-risk AI products in about 2 years. You need to understand that if you want to put into a device or a software a high-risk artificial intelligence application that is a safety component, when it malfunctions, it can cause health and safety damage or harm. And this product, where you embed it, it will require conformity assessment involving a third party. Then this becomes a high-risk artificial intelligence product, and this artificial intelligence product needs to be developed with very heavy quality management systems, and there's also strict cybersecurity requirements, and you need a third-party conformity assessment to that. And if this wouldn't be enough, for devices that have connectivity, then you also need to design these anew in order for the data sharing to users on used data to be streamless and free of charge and such. So this is also regulation comes into effect. So if you want to stay on EU market, you need to develop secure by design products, and you need to do that according to secure development lifecycle processes. And you might be wondering why these products become illegal. The thing is that when new European harmonization legislation enters into force, all the products that it's illegal to continue supply of hardware products, and also you cannot continue supplying to the market any software products that don't conform with these requirements. And this is quite a big thing. For hardware products, you look at this on the individual device level, or each product that you manufacture and sell needs to conform with these requirements. Even if it would already be on the market, when these new rules start applying, they don't conform with the new requirements, it's illegal. Market authorities would need to take action to remove your product from the market. And this really impacts also SaaS services, because these you sell on a monthly basis, and it's a little bit unclear is the kind of non-conformity situation starting immediately when Cyber Resilience Act starts applying, or is it when the next monthly bill is going, or where the contract is being renewed for that individual subscriber, or is it the software version? So this is a little bit open topic still. There's a little bit of information about the Cyber Resilience Act for reference, but I advise you to take a look at Cyber Resilience Act and then the Blue Guide to understand the topics. But that conformity is looked on individual units, manufactured products, and my guess is it's the subscriptions. It could also, for SaaS services, be the latest software version that is placed on the market. It needs to conform. So some important takeaway. So now you want to design, transform into a secure by design company, and there are many steps here. There are many companies in Finland that have done this proactively. For example, in industrial equipment industry, and transforming from the place where somebody gets the idea that, hey, secure products would be nice, to them actually having secure products on the market, developed according to a secure product development lifecycle process, has taken these companies from 3 to 5 years. And now the issue is that companies that have not yet started with having a formal process for developing software and hardware products, they have between, well, a couple of months to a little bit more than 3 years to get conforming products out on the market. This takes time, and there are actually many different issues here. The first main step is for the company's management and owners to realize that they are, to borrow some Nokia terms, standing on a burning platform, that their products, their services, their product platforms and supply chains are obsolete, and provide enough funding to kind of get the process and the products conforming in the time frame that is available. Then the next big step is, when they get this multi-year budget, is to actually build the secure development lifecycle process, also information security management systems, get this certified maybe, and develop the secure by design products. Here, the main issues include getting the supply chain on board. That should be done in the first place, because you depend on other vendors also. And then, of course, lots of cultural changes. Then, at the time when customers don't value security, they don't pay extra for secure products. Then when they value security, they won't buy anything else than secure products. So this kind of payback period is a bit of an issue. And then there's loads of post-market, lifecycle maintenance, surveillance. So a big challenge will be also how to maintain the profitability of this. This is pretty much what I wanted to tell you. I'm from Etteplan. We're a engineering services company. We do software, devices, machinery, technical documentation, and we have gotten ISO 27001 certified. We have applied for a certification for a secure product development lifecycle process to use with software products and hardware products. And what is most important, we have started cooperating also with WithSecure Consulting, with their hardware security team. We are so far a very proud and happy customer of WithSecure's detect and response services, and we're really happy that we have been able to extend our cooperation also to product security in WithSecure and support our joint customers in getting secure products on the market. That is what I wanted to tell you guys, and thank you so much for your attention.